Welcome to Main Street Living. I'm Cheryl Nelson.
Hi, I'm Quincy Carr.
And I'm Danielle Alvari.
Hey guys, it's a new week. How's it going?
Hey, we actually had last week off, so I got a little extra rest in. Now
That is good.
my allergies is killing me now. Like I'm trying to keep from you know that horrible allergy throat noise that
Oh,
that's
sure,
what
yeah.
Go sneeze a trip. Yeah.
yeah, my
that
nose
stuff.
is itching and it's like where are these allergies coming from? So
Mine have been
That's what
killing
I'm
me
doing.
too. And you guys know
Yeah.
I'm clear across the country. I'm in Los Angeles. We're on even more shutdown right now, so I'm going
Yeah.
crazier every day. And it feels
Mm.
like the Sunday scaries are every day now.
Oh,
So
yeah. And speaking of crazy and scaries, I have been researching some things. You guys all know I love to travel, right?
Mhm.
So I came
Sure.
across my next destination. I'm not sure when I'm going to make it out there, but it's called the Clown Motel.
oh,
And
Cheryl, no.
Yes.
You
Yes.
see my face? Are you
Yes.
kidding me?
No, and this is actually, it's in remote Nevada. It's between Reno and Las
Sure.
Vegas, about halfway. It's literally in the middle of nowhere, Tonopah, Nevada. And this hotel actually has about 600 clowns inside of it. And yeah, look at that. That's part of the entrance there. And you'll see another creepy picture that comes up next. And I have a cousin who's petrified of clowns. And I remember I used to torture her when we were little. But look at that. Look at that.
Whoa, Cheryl, what do you mean torture her? Did you dress up as
That's
a
what
clown?
Oh, sorry.
there
I think that
pictures?
sounded really bad. No, so I had a little clown stuffed animal and I'd put it next to her while she was sleeping. And then she'd wake
Yeah.
up and be staring her in the face.
Cheryl.
Cheryl,
I was
that
always
is bad.
scared. I was
That
a
is
kid.
bad.
I was maybe 6.
Yes.
I didn't know any better.
I
Okay,
mean, I was the younger sibling, so
Yes.
that hurts me especially. But
guys, look at that creepy cemetery. So that is actually
oh, it
next-
has a cemetery too.
Yeah,
Okay.
right next to the Clown Motel. They haven't buried anybody there since 1911, but they have a room that's actually going to be looking over the cemetery. And it's known to be haunted, known to have ghosts, all kinds of creepiness going on there. But I think one of these days, this would be a great Main Street living trip because I get freaked out by cemeteries. So
I don't think
Yeah.
Quincy's in.
No, because I was definitely gonna say you can solo that trip if you would like. Just enjoy
no.
it. Are you kidding me?
No,
like,
you know me.
like a
So
lot of times.
my question is,
Uh-huh.
is this like Las Vegas where you pay for the view of the strip? Do you pay for extra for the view of the cemetery?
I bet you do. I bet you pay
Okay.
for the haunted and
Okay.
the ghosts that come get you while you're
Sure.
sleeping.
The extra
No,
scary.
that's
Okay.
too much. No, that's too much. I'm trying to preserve all of my clothes because I
You
will
would-
wet myself
You
getting
wouldn't stay
scared.
there?
That's
Who- okay.
I'm a grown man. Yes,
Who
I
would
will wet
stay
myself.
there? Would either of you guys stay there?
I see no need. I see no need to do that.
No?
No,
what
it's a
purpose, Cheryl?
Hold up, time out. I'm a little bougie, okay? All I know is that it's a motel. I don't stay at motels. You put clown in front of it, I'm
Well.
done all the way. No. I'm done all the way. No. Mm-mm.
See, you
No.
wouldn't go there, Quincy. It's so
No.
welcoming. Look how nice
Hold up,
that
is that-
sign is.
Hold up. Is that Ronald McDonald to the bottom left?
It kind of looks like Ronald McDonald.
Or his mom?
His cousin.
I know. I'm looking. That's actually a great question there. But no, I would go just so there could be a camera on me, even while
Yeah.
I'm sleeping, and just watch me probably have nightmares about it while I'm there. So
It'll
I
be
think
like
it
the
would-
Cheryl
enjoy
Witch
that.
Project.
yeah, it would.
Sure, which project?
The Cheryl
gonna
Clown
die out
Project.
here.
That's what we'll call it.
A very
Uh,
interesting segment.
I had a friend mention to me that he actually is not scared of the scary looking clowns or the sad clowns. That what
Mhm.
scares him most is happy clowns, which when you think about it makes a lot of sense. It's like, what are they so happy about? I don't know.
Yeah.
Especially in
Yeah,
the middle of a pandemic.
They're mischievous. It's kind of just like the, that kind of clown.
That's somehow
You know,
worse.
I'm okay until they start putting the crazy razor sharp teeth and have the crazy,
Oh, you're talking
all
about
the scary
It.
movies. Right, yeah, that,
Oh,
I'm
oh.
okay.
I'm glad
but
you said that. Danielle, you said it. There's actually an it room inside this motel
great.
and an exorcist room. There's yes.
Okay, well now you didn't mention that. Now I'm in.
she
right.
is so excited.
You'll stay there.
They got an it room. Like, no, Cheryl, we're not going. I'm
We're
not going.
going. It's a road trip.
No.
Quincy, do you
No.
ever talk about clowns in your comedy?
You know, I don't, but I was a class clown. Clearly, that's how I became a comedian. Yes, I was very disruptive. I just never painted my face. But yes, I was a bona fide class clown.
I mean, clowns are entertainers too, and I know you're a comedian. It just sounds like professional jealousy right now a little bit. So
I'm hating. Are you kidding me? No,
you're clowning on him. You are clowning on him.
I like that.
Quincy.
That's a good one.
And I love it that you were a class clown.
Yes, I just enjoy
Cheryl
making people laugh.
Oh,
yes. I just enjoy making people laugh. That's it. I don't enjoy scaring people and having people have nightmares about what I look like when I try to. No, I can't get into all that. So, but yeah, it's a blessing to be able to just make people laugh. But I don't know this crazy stuff you're talking about, Cheryl. No, I'm not going. No.
Now I know how to freak out Quincy. All right, that is noted. One of these things, Quincy. Yeah, Danielle and I were going to come. All right, guys. Yeah. We're having so much fun today, and we've got a lot coming up on Main Street Living. In fact, as we switch gears a little bit, maybe you're spending more time outside grilling and you want to wow your family. Well, if you want to do that, you don't want to miss this next segment. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. So as you guys are well aware, we're just about midway through summer here. And I don't know about you guys, but I haven't done nearly as many of my favorite summer activities as I would have liked to.
Everything's closed.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing I do know is no matter where you grew up, when it was time for a cookout during the summertime, all you knew it meant was friends, family, and loads of fun, right? So, I'm very excited about this next package because it features some ideas to enhance our outdoor cooking experiences. So let's see what they have for us.
Hi everyone, Erica Cardenas here. I usually start off by saying from my kitchen to yours, but today I am saying from my backyard to yours, happy summer. Now, I don't know the weather in your parts, but I live in Arizona. So Arizona summertime is absolutely hot. So I'm not going to be grilling today outdoors, but what I am going to be showing you is some quick and easy and affordable summer cookout ideas that are sure to be crowd pleasers. So this is actually called a pineapple lemonade. And what you're going to need is 1 cup of the Country Time lemonade mix. You're gonna pour that right into your jar, your container. 3 cups of cold water. Now I put some ice cubes in there because who doesn't love lemonade with ice, of course. 1 can of chilled pineapple juice. Coming right at ya. Right? You can already tell this is gonna be so delicious, so refreshing. And 2 cans of Sprite. Two bottles in this case. So guys, here is a tip. Don't be afraid to try new recipes, especially when they involve minimal ingredients and they're super easy, super cinch to put together. So again, pineapple lemonade, very, very simple, sure to be a crowd pleaser. Everybody's gonna love it. Very refreshing, very delicious. You're gonna have to give it a try. We have what's called a watermelon cucumber salad. Okay, so in a small bowl, what you're gonna do is you're gonna whisk together 1/4 cup olive oil with your red wine vinegar. Okay, and so, probably want to add a little bit of salt to that as well to your liking. All right, now you have your cubed watermelon, your cold cubed watermelon, about 3 cups right there. And then of course your chopped cucumber and your feta cheese. Yum, yum. Nice contrast right there to your fruit. Now, this recipe also calls for a red onion. I'm not a big red onion person, so you can either forego that or put it in. And the other thing that this recipe calls for, which is a great addition, I didn't have any on hand. I was so bummed about that. Mint. You want to take like a cup of chopped up mint, throw it in there, and it is literally going to be so delicious. All right, guys, so some really quick, easy ways to enhance your summer cookout. Don't be afraid, again, to try new things. Wherever you're at, stay healthy, stay hopeful, stay well, and we'll see you next time.
Wow. First of all, I love her shirt. That's especially during this time, cookout or not, be a kind human. That's what I saw throughout that package. But
Quincy, it reminds me of the shirt that you have. I've seen you wear before.
Yeah, I strive to be perfect, but end up being human. Just know that we all make mistakes. Yes, I wear it on my wrist all the time. Hey.
Yes, live by it.
I make mistakes. But quick question for y'all. Like when you invite people over during the summer, what do you call it? A cookout or you're grilling?
Well, I don't invite people over.
I call it a cookout. It's a cookout.
It's a cookout.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? What do you say?
Yeah, I say cookout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You made me feel silly for a second. You guys are so funny. All right. That lemonade, though, it looked really refreshing and the perfect place to drink it. Why not outside at the ballpark, right? And coming up, we're going to talk about how things are different in collegiate baseball after COVID-19. Watch to see the changes coming up.
All right, guys, welcome back to Main Street Living. Sports are slowly coming back onto the scene, very safely, though.
Yes, good news.
Yes, you guys know I'm stoked about that, especially. I don't know if you can tell, a little bit of a sports fan. So here to talk with us today, we do have Michael Falcone, Commissioner of the Newport Collegiate Baseball League, here to talk to us a little bit about how their league has been able to get up and going. Michael, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Joining me here at the ballpark. We're actually playing right now.
I was gonna say, you're giving us the authentic experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, couldn't not do it. Figured if we were doing an interview, a Skype interview or whatever it was, and we're not in person, might as well do it at the park.
Yeah, any chance to get outside these days. So tell us, how exactly were you guys able to get the ball rolling and get this league going? I know you're 2 weeks in already.
No, I mean, once it started to look promising here in Rhode Island as far as opening up and entering phase 3, which groups could join with within groups of 50, which is enough for a baseball game, I kind of started contacting some of the local coaches and some of the players that I had familiarity with. And once the feedback was extremely positive, started building teams and working with our local and state government to do it in a safe manner. And then it just it just kind of happened, and we're playing ball, thankfully.
Awesome. What kind of precautions are you guys having to take? Because I know that for you, safety was number one before you opened back up.
Oh yeah, I mean that was paramount in putting the pieces together. I had to wait until it was a possibility, again, from the city here in the Newport and state of Rhode Island. So just kind of following those guidelines, and really what we've been able to do is put in place a process for every time the players enter the field, the coaches, the volunteers, everybody gets their temperature taken. We recorded where everybody works before the season, if they were going to be working on game days. So at least we had some sort of contact tracing and see where they were going to be, at least for the days that they were going to be at the field. Then once you get inside, there's nobody in the dugouts. Cardines Field's actually one of the oldest ballparks in America, and the dugouts are side by side. So they're pretty confined space to begin with. But we said no players in the dugouts. Everybody's in the stands. Everybody's 6 feet apart. When you're in the dugouts, you have to wear a mask. Even players, when they're on the field, the umpire's wearing a mask and they're behind home plate. When a runner gets on first base, the first baseman puts a mask on. Base runners alike, all the coaches, base coaches, and even the coaches when they're coming out to see the pitcher, they're wearing a mask. So all of those pieces we've been able to put in place and keeping everybody safe, and it's been great thus far. Everybody's bought in and understand how important it is, which they should. But
yeah,
it's
absolutely
been very smooth thus far.
So that's cool. I mean, everyone's wearing a mask now, not just the catcher, the ump. So yeah, everyone's masking up.
I mean, I got mine right here just for the sake of you guys, and I have nobody within the 6 feet reach. And there's no fans here either. There's no fans in the ballpark. So
no fans at all.
No fans at all. I mean, we have some big space here, but that's just another component that we just didn't feel was necessary, at least to start. We wanted to start the league up and have our players play in first, and then maybe we'll adjust that at a later point, but no fans now.
How important is it to these players to be able to play right now, though?
Oh, they're thrilled. I mean, from the first practice that we got the guys back on the field, and even just the process that I started contacting the coaches and the players, I mean, everybody was they were jumping for joy, honestly. And
probably
when they knew there was going to be baseball.
Probably difficult to put into words, but luckily we do have a package that we did put together, and we have some of those players in that package, so we can actually hear from them. So we can take a look at that right about now.
They'll say it better than I would.
When I found out my summer was canceled, I was really disappointed. I wanted to play baseball, and going this long without it was really hard. And now just to be back, it's just the best feeling ever.
Obviously, with all the health issues and all the COVID stuff going on right now, we're extremely blessed to be playing during this moment in time right now.
And everybody's been in masks, and they've been checking our temperature when we get here, and we've all been following the guidelines, so I think everything's been smooth.
It's definitely different. I mean, with the mask coming on and the no fans being here, it's a different atmosphere for sure, but all the guys agree with me, and it's just anything to play baseball, so it's not that bad. I mean,
it's a little weird, but it hasn't been a problem at all. It's just taking the precautions we need to make sure everybody's safe while we're out here.
It's a very different experience without any fans, but we're streaming these games live on the internet, and we have fan reactions. It's a very 21st century experience. It's a lot different, but it's great to see baseball back and being played as safe as we can.
I feel like people are bored not watching baseball.
This is incredible. I mean, the pros aren't even back playing yet, so this is an incredible opportunity for us to get out and play.
It's awesome. I mean, our season got ended back in early March, so it's been a few months, but just getting back out here in summer, it's awesome.
Especially with all that's going on in the world right now, it's just good to have people just get away and just watching baseball again.
Last week, I didn't even know if I was going to play summer ball, and then obviously now playing against the top kids in the New England area, it's a blessing.
I'm from Rhode Island, but I've never actually played here, and just to get the experience to play here is awesome because it's a beautiful field, good atmosphere, just a great place to be.
I love being here in Newport. Can't ask for anything better.
Honestly, this is a great field to play. You know what I mean? Obviously, we don't have a lot of fans, but we do have each other to keep pushing and keep battling and having good energy in the dugout.
It was great to be back out here. A lot of months chilling inside, wondering when we're going to get back, and to get the opportunity to come back out and play. Kind of forget this long of what it means to feel back on the field and the energy that it brings. And tonight you kind of reminded just how great it is to play the game, the energy that it can bring to a whole entire town, honestly.
All right. Well, so yeah, they definitely did say it better. It is cool you guys are streaming the games, though. And I'm sure that a lot of people are happy to see baseball back. Any advice you can give to people who want to bring sports back this fall? Any obstacles you guys had to overcome?
Just make sure you're staying in contact with your local and their state governments, and just making sure everybody's comfortable in doing so. Really, that's the biggest thing I would say. And encourage everybody to get tested, because that's really the only way we're going to know for sure that everybody's safe. But other than that, no, I mean, that was amazing video. I mean, just those guys' energy.
Brings a smile to the face, right? Brings a smile to the face. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, Mike. We love seeing sports going on, especially safely. And coming up next, more smiles. We're going to show you how to keep your smile the best it can look. Stick with us.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. Quincy, has anybody ever told you one of your best features is your smile and those pearly whites?
Yes, you've told me multiple times, Cheryl, and I and I appreciate it every time. Look, the craziest thing of what's going on now is many of us have been so focused on the health of our bodies, right, that we've forgotten about the health of our own smiles. So lucky for us, we have Dr. Peter Ivy and Stacy Pfeffer of New Day Smiles. They're here to talk us through some of our dental concerns during COVID. How are you both doing today?
Hello.
Hi.
Great.
Good.
Hey, look, I'm doing great. It's great to have you. Doc, I have a quick question for you. Now, I've avoided going to my dentist. I currently have a crack in the back molar, but I was going to go get it fixed, and then COVID happened, right? So is it actually safe to go back to the dentist these days?
Well, for most people, and really most people, it is. Our office actually hasn't had any contact with any known COVID cases. And from all of our knowledge of all our COVID cases. On top of that, we're taking extra special precautions to ensure the safety of our patients and staff.
Got you. Okay, well, and we lost you there for a second. So that last thing that you said, I think we may have missed. But from what I'm understanding, you were just making sure that your staff as well as your patients are always being taken care of. So that's good to hear. Stacy, you are a case financial or case finance manager there. What safety precautions are in place to keep the patients and dentists safe specifically?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it's 90% of what we're doing right now during these times are pretty much the same precautions that we take during regular times. So we wear masks, we wear gloves, we do, proper sterilization. The only really thing that's different is now we're doing temperature checks at the door. We're doing both the employees every single day and documenting, and we're also doing the patients. We're having the patients sign a COVID consent form, and just to make sure they haven't been traveling or around anyone that's been sick. And then we're also requiring that they sign. Oh, I already said that. We're doing social distancing too.
Yeah.
So basically, we're stretching out our appointments, and where we would normally take a half hour to do a procedure, we're doing it in an hour. So there's not as many patients in the office at the same time.
Absolutely. And should the routine checkups and cleanings be pushed off because COVID is less of a risk? Well, so it would be less of a risk, or do you not recommend people push their cleanings back?
So, it's a tricky question, and I'll let Dr. Ivy answer some of this too. But we're kind of a unique office where we handle people. Most dental offices, the majority of their cases are root canal fillings, crowns, and so on and so forth. We're one of the largest implant centers in San Diego, so we do a lot of really big procedures, full mouth restoration. So it's a different situation because a lot of our patients are in pain. They have massive infection. They have advanced perio disease. So it's not really something you can put off. But Dr. Ivy will tell you, with just routine cleanings and checkups, you definitely could put that off depending on what situation you're in personally.
Absolutely. And Dr. Ivy, are there certain people who should avoid going to the dentist if possible, like if they are high risk?
Yeah, like she said, really case by case basis. If somebody has a massive infection, could block their airway, then obviously they're gonna have to do something about it. But people that should consider avoiding the dentist would be older patients with underlying disabilities, like if they're immunocompromised, if they have diabetes, severe heart problems, COPD, kidney diseases. And you can check the CDC website for more specific details on that. And I encourage everyone, not only people that can't come in, but for everyone to really just do their best to maintain excellent oral hygiene during these times.
Absolutely. And we certainly, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, because I do a lot of root canal. The reason root canals are done is because people wait too long for that cavity becomes a root canal. And tooth pain is no joke.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've been a part of that. Look, we certainly do appreciate you guys. I wish we had more time to get a little bit more information, but we did display it here on the screen of how people can contact you. So thanks for keeping us smiling, and thanks for keeping our smiles healthy with what you guys are doing during these turbulent times. We certainly appreciate it.
Hey,
Thank you.
for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Quincy, for another great interview. And now coming up next, keeping other people smiling, how to keep your kids entertained. Stick with us.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. You know, guys, I don't have kids. Quincy, you do. And I'm sure with the lockdown and everybody being cooped up at home, kids probably getting bored these days.
True, Cheryl, you do have kids. Those are your cats, and I just have one child. Okay, as a father, yes, as a father of an only child, I can definitely tell you this. I'm looking forward to this next segment because they're always saying, "Can you play with me? Can you play with me?" But like, I don't have time. But thankfully, there are top 10 things that we can do with our kids this summer. Let's check this out.
Hey everybody, Nikki here with San Diego Moms, and I am so excited to share with you our top 10 activities to do at home with your kids this summer. One of my daughter's favorite things is if you just go on YouTube, search yoga for kids. They have Disney princesses like Anna and Elsa and Moana hosting these 30-minute yoga workshops for kids, but you should definitely check that out if you're looking for something to do that will keep your kids active, healthy, and you're at home. So if you have a night in, or maybe you're looking just for something to do after dinner, I highly recommend Heads Up for Kids. Downloading the app, because if you're an adult and you've tried Heads Up, you have a blast. But when you do it with your kids, it's so much more fun. So if you aren't or haven't been introduced to Pinterest, you definitely want to check it out. It has a ton of amazing resources and ideas from everything from crafts to science projects, anything that you need to do at home. And they give you step-by-step instructions, literally just a dream for moms. Teaching your kids about gardening is a great way to, one, put them to work and also just have a little fun outside in your home. I also found a great resource online, Soiree by Ria. They actually have these essential kits that send you home with everything you need to do to plant a full garden, just kind of like from start. Teaching kids about the importance of volunteering and community service is something that is very near and dear to my heart, and something that is so easy to do in your home. This summer is to have them actually make cards for elderly folks in home. That is just a great way to be able to instill kind of that giving back and that compassion with your kids and brighten up the day of an elderly senior. So fortunately or unfortunately, summer camps many of them have decided to go virtual, which has also been a really great experience for kids and giving them things to do at home. So whether it's experiencing an aquarium or learning about animals, there's a great way for your kids to still get that summer camp experience without being able to go in. As you're looking for things to do at home, do-it-yourself Play-Doh is definitely something that I think I have tried multiple different recipes, and we have partnered with Mother Rockin' Oils here at San Diego Moms, and she has inspired us with a little bit of therapeutic play and the opportunity to add essential oils to the Play-Doh itself, which has been really fun. Maybe your summer vacation plans were canceled this summer, but they don't have to be. Landmarks like Yosemite, the Grand Canyon, and Yellowstone are all offering these incredible virtual experiences that are free and they're online for you to go and experience everything that you might have been planning to go to this summer? Watching movies beneath the stars, laughing with your family, eating an abundance of popcorn. What sounds better than that? Drive-in theaters are making a comeback, and your family should definitely check it out this summer. If you don't have access to a drive-in, super simple to either bring a TV outside or just bring your laptop, put it up on a picnic table, and just enjoy the stars and really bring the drive-in experience to your house. Well, if you aren't going to make it out on your big camping trip this summer, there's always the option to just pitch the tent out in the backyard. And I think my favorite idea is to go ahead and send dad out with the kids for the evening of their life this summer. And then you get a little bit of R&R. Kids get to have a great time. Dad gets to have a great time. I'd call that a win-win.
Yeah, that's cool. But dad is going to have to put all that stuff together. I got to put up the camping gear and all. No,
it's a teachable moment. It's a teachable moment, Quincy.
No, I don't want to do it.
Drive to the drive-in. That's what you need to do.
I'll do
That's easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, speaking of outdoors, coming up next, we're going to talk to one of the best meteorologists in the world, possibly the best meteorologist in the country, our very own Cheryl Nelson. So whether you like weather or not, stick around. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome back to Main Street Living, ladies. Well, Danielle, you're out there in California, and I know me and Cheryl here in Virginia, but the temperatures have been crazy for us. I don't know what it looks like out there in California, but I can't take it.
The reason we pay so much to live in California is because the weather is always perfect. But
yes, well, unless we have wildfires or earthquakes. Just saying.
You're right. Yeah.
But
yeah,
you know what we don't have is hurricanes. So here to talk to us a little bit about that, we have our very own Cheryl Nelson, a meteorologist and founder of Prepare with Cher. Cheryl, I've been dying to ask a meteorologist this question. How's the weather?
Oh, thank you. Well, where I am, it's always sunshine and rainbows. That's what I tell people. If I controlled the weather, that's what it would be. But obviously, that's not the case this year.
Right. So what do we have to look forward to this year?
Yeah, so obviously hurricane season, we're in the midst of it. It runs June 1st to November 30th. And guys, we are already off to a very active start for hurricanes. And this is kind of scary. Do either of you remember 2005? And remember that? That's when we had
trying to figure out how old I was.
Greek alphabet hurricane storms.
Yes.
We ran out of letters. There were 27 named storms in 2005. Okay, that's when we had a lot of scary storms come through. I know Katrina rings a bell. So this year we are on track for another active season like that as well. So that's really scary because we've had the earliest C, E, F, and G storms on record. So we're ahead of schedule this year. And a lot of this is in part due to La Nina. I know you guys have heard of El Nino and La Nina. And basically, what is La Nina? So cooler than normal sea surface temperatures in the tropical Pacific, okay? And what that really correlates with is lower wind shear in the Atlantic, and that can lead to stronger and more frequent hurricanes. So when we have La Nina, that's bad news for the Atlantic hurricane season. So for this year, take a look at what we're looking at as far as storms. We have a graphic and named storms expecting 13 to 19. And this is issued by NOAA. And as we go down the list here, 6 to 10 hurricanes, all right? Hurricanes are 74 miles an hour or greater. Major hurricanes, we're expecting 3 to 6. A major hurricane is winds of 111 miles an hour or greater. And so we're definitely looking for an above normal hurricane season. And this is really scary stuff.
Cheryl, now you said we can expect because we are along the Atlantic coast. But what areas are most vulnerable? Please don't say us.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, I mean, we are. We're in Norfolk, Virginia Beach. So we're talking about coastal locations, obviously, and especially those low-lying areas, places like New Orleans, for example, Miami, where you have that sea level rise going on, you're vulnerable. And then too, as you get up into New Jersey, Long Island, New York, they're vulnerable. Remember what Sandy did? And we're seeing now more intense storms with heavy rainfall and just storms moving very slowly and sitting and dumping crazy amounts of rain. Harvey in Texas, we had Florence in the Carolinas, and we could get a storm like that again. So everybody has to be prepared no matter where you live. I mean, even inland, you can get flooding rains.
Well, when you put it that way, Cheryl, I'm just feeling so left out over here in Los Angeles. Nevertheless, what should people have in their disaster preparedness kits?
Okay. Do you guys have kits? Yes or no?
No.
Oh.
I'd be lying if I said yes.
Okay. All right. This is bad. Okay. Let's pull up my graphic because I have the top 10 tips for hurricane preparedness. The first one is a disaster prep kit. All right. Things like non-perishable foods. You want the bottled water. You want at least 2 weeks supply of medications because a lot of the times you're not going to be able to go out. Don't forget flashlight, batteries, NOAA weather radio, sturdy shoes, first aid kit, copies of your inventory in your home, also important documents. I mean, I have so much more on my website, preparewithshare.com. You also want to have a family communicated plan. Talk to everybody in your family. Everybody's on the same.
I like number 3 there, Cheryl.
Yes, your pets have to have a plan too. Absolutely. And then your utilities, do you know where they are? How to shut them off? I mean, I could go down that list there, but take a look. There's so many important things. And again, preparewithshare.com has a list of everything that you need to know.
Absolutely, Cheryl. Thank you very much for giving us those tips. I know I failed at number 9. I don't have any of the money and any of the things that I need. So I need to get a handle on that.
You guys, it's serious stuff. Yes, we're talking.
Absolutely. Look, when we come back, I hope we can help get a handle on your rent. Okay, so we'll be right back. You guys stay with us.
Welcome back to Main Street Living. Now, for those of you watching at home, I hope you're enjoying the safety and comfort of your home because there really is no place like home, especially right now because so much of us don't really have anywhere else to go.
Oh, I know. And this is a really tough time for a lot of people. And some people are having trouble paying things like your rent. And thankfully, one city is stepping up to help residents in need. So now I want to bring in Councilmember Chris Ward from San Diego, California, joining us. Thank you. Welcome to Main Street Living.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us about this program that you guys have started since COVID-19 started. It's amazing for your community.
Well, I think as we all know, we're amid an economic crisis unlike any other in our lifetimes. It's much clearer to our team here as we answer many desperate calls from residents that are fearful of what the future holds. So we introduced and passed an emergency COVID-19 rental assistance program to really directly help San Diegans in need. It will help those families struggling to make rent and help recover the financial loss from landlords by up to $4,000 per household for eligible families to pay past due and upcoming rent.
And when you say eligible families, who is eligible?
Sure. So we're most concerned with our low income and our extremely low income families because those are most at risk of falling into homelessness if they can't pay the rent. And so it's going to be up to, for anybody that qualifies, up to 60% of the area median income would be eligible for the program.
How easy is it to apply? Do you have to go online to do it, or can you go somewhere in person?
It is, but we have assistance. So yes, everything is online driven, but we've engaged with a lot of community-based organizations for language translation or for other awareness. Some people don't have access to the computers at home, and some people may not even know that this program even exists. So we wanted to make sure our established community organizations are partnering with us to get the word out and help people apply.
Yeah, it's hard to find out this information. So you're right. A lot of people might not know the program exists, and I'm sure a lot of people could benefit from this. And so what type of information is required and what documents are needed to apply?
We want to keep it as simple as possible. Everybody is stressed out and everybody wants to make sure that they're not missing a box so that they're not eligible. They wouldn't be ineligible for this. So just basic information demonstrating that your family has been, you've had a loss of income due to the COVID circumstances. And we want to make sure that your landlord's information is accurately reflected and that they qualify as well because they will be the direct recipients. This is helping you clear the deck for your rent and arrears and maybe pay some rent going forward. And we do that through direct allocation to the landlords so that the books are made whole.
And how long does the program last? How long will this money be good for?
Well, we fear it's going to go very fast. There are other cities going through in the country that are also looking at rental assistance programs. And I'm aware that Houston really did one recently. They have a much larger population, somewhat larger than San Diego. But they also had, I think, a $15 million allocation, same as us. And the number of eligible, all that funds, I'm told, were exhausted within 90 minutes. Now, we have a different program, we decided we were going to have a 2-week window for applications coming in, vet everybody for making sure that they're qualified for the program, and then there would be a lottery system to keep it fair.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you guys are expanding that, because 90 minutes, I mean, that goes like that. Are there any specific requirements for landlords?
They just need to be able to show that they do not have any other federal income, so that they're not receiving vouchers or other kinds of assistance. And we're trying to be able to help families that have no other source of income to be able to rely on.
Okay. And finally, how do you go about selecting applicants? Because I'm sure you're going to get a lot.
Well, we do have a prioritization for families and for seniors, for households with those with persons over 65 years old. Beyond that, there's just going to be a random lottery to make sure that it's fair.
Okay, and Chris, where can people go to apply?
So at a website, hopefully it'll be on your screen at www.covidapplication.sdhc.org, and the phone number is there as well.
And this is wonderful to hear that San Diego is doing this. And you said Houston has done something similar. So I'm sure a lot of other cities might be doing this as well. In fact, make sure you check with your own local government to see if there are programs available in your area too.
Yes.
Thank you, Chris, for joining us.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. Stay healthy.
Yep, we appreciate it. You too. A lot more ahead. Make sure you stay with us. We've got more Main Street Living coming up. Welcome back to Main Street Living.
Yeah. Well, Cheryl, I have to say,
guys,
we were not prepared for the show to come back. We were not prepared for the disaster in this time where a pandemic is running rampant. Cheryl has managed to make me even a little bit more stressed. So Cheryl, tell us, what can we do?
No, I
want to be more prepared.
Feel better about being prepared for hurricane season. So we only got.
I believe you can get me there.
Yeah. I want to pull that list back up so you guys can see what else you need to do to be prepared. So we got about halfway down. Know if you're in a flood zone. Do you have flood insurance, you guys?
Yes.
You do? Well, Quincy. Yes. Okay, I'm actually very surprised and happy.
Don't be surprised.
We talked about documents, belongings, prepare your home and yard. Do you know your evacuation zone, Quince?
No.
Oh boy. Okay, so we have to talk about that as well.
Mine is out.
You guys,
just get out.
I can't.
That is my plan.
I can't.
I'm going to make a beeline for the door.
You said you had problems with which number?
Number 9. Because I never filled my vehicle with gas. Why do that and you get in an accident and you lose the whole tank of gas?
Because if you're trying to evacuate, there's going to be traffic. You might be at a standstill. You know how many people run out of gas when they're trying to evacuate? You're not going to be able to get in an accident because nobody's going to be moving. All right. Cash and single dollar bills. Charge your electronics. Also, safeandwell.org. So if there's ever a disaster, go to that website and you can mark yourself okay. If the cell phones don't work, your family can check there and search your name and see if you are okay. So you can go to go to Red Cross or something. If you have a table or booth out there, they can enter that. So it's a really good resource to have. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. I certainly appreciate that. And I have to do this. I've been holding the whole show. Can I just my allergies.
Okay, on that note, we're going to end it just like that. We want to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget.
Yes, thank you guys.
So who's 9 p.m. local time on Mondays. And we will see you next time as we take a stroll down Main Street.